A rash of break-ins has one Cincinnati neighborhood learning a tough lesson tonight. At least one car crook caught on camera. Police now looking for these suspects after this happened multiple times in Hyde Park. Jake Ryle is live there with reaction from people waking up finding stuff thrown all up and down the street. Jake.
Yeah, Evan, you know what? You shouldn't make it easy for the crooks. That's probably the good lesson to learn here. And it is a good reminder before the holiday season just to remember to lock everything up. Take a look at surveillance video from outside a home on Duncan Avenue in Hyde Park. The top right of your screen, you'll notice one person checks the area and then opens an unlocked car door. From there, it's a free-for-all. That person raids the center console, and then the person's two buddies come over to check out the loot.
We saw that one of the cars across the street, that the trunk was open and the door was open a little bit, and that didn't seem right.
Brian Beamer and his dog Buddy were on a walk. Beamer says he saw a few other car doors look like they had been opened.
It doesn't typically happen, but it seems like every once in a while we get a little bit complacent and we might leave our car doors unlocked and things like that.
He says the street is typically quiet.
I think in my neighborhood, it just really makes me feel like I should keep things locked, and even if it's been a while and we haven't had any problems, that we really need to keep our doors locked for our houses and for our cars.
A tough lesson for some to wake up to, but a timely one at that.
Even now during the holiday season, a lot of us probably have more packages on our porches than usual, and probably for me at least, it's going to be a good chance just to make sure that we're getting those things off of the porch as fast as we can.
And never hurts to say it again. Police are asking if you do have cars that are unlocked, go ahead, head back outside, make sure that they are locked up this time of the year. And they are also asking if you have any information regarding these recent break-ins here on Duncan Avenue or any break-ins here in the city to give them a call. For now, reporting live in Hyde Park, Jake Ryle, 9 on your side.
Jake, thank you. You know, there were tons of people out enjoying the weather today. It was perfect dog walk-in weather, almost a picture-perfect fall day. Meteorologist Sherry Hughes tracking some change, a little bit of a disturbance overnight, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to overlook that, like you said, almost a perfect day. In terms of our climate data, we were actually 2 degrees above our normal temperature of 53 today. So yes, Evan, it was certainly a beautiful day, and we got there because of variable winds. We got a little bit of a southerly flow that really kind of pushed us into the 50s, which is really good. Overnight, we had a temperature low of 35, so we were just under the normal low there, and I think that is as good as it gets for this time of the year, especially as we have seen all this cold weather as of late. Things have moderated nicely. We're in the 40s right now, and even some 50s from Florence to Covington, and our temperatures are going to hold a bit overnight as we have a lot of clouds that are rolling in. We have nothing on our live radar now, but if you look up to the north over Cleveland, Pittsburgh, some light rain there is a line. There's a little bit of a boundary hanging out with us. That's going to perhaps bring us some showers overnight, and an area of low pressure that will push in some more moisture. So our Monday is looking as if it will be on the damp side, but nuisance, not a lot of heavy rain out there. Flirting with a wintry mix on Tuesday night, it's possible because of the moisture we'll get during the day on Monday and Monday evening. But for Thanksgiving, we're looking forward to sunshine, a little bit on the cool side, but a dry scenario for your holiday.
Very good. So nuisance when you're traveling. Nice for the holiday. Sherry, thank you. We are watching developments now as President Trump is pushing back against a new report claiming a CIA assessment finds the Saudi crown prince ordered the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
They haven't assessed anything yet. It's too early. That was a very premature report.
That report is from the Washington Post. It says that the CIA's assessment includes intelligence involving the Saudi royal family. But the government there continues to deny any involvement in that killing. President Trump promises a full report by Tuesday. After 2 weeks, 2 recounts, and numerous lawsuits, the election marathon in Florida is finally over. In the Senate race, Democratic Senator Bill Nelson has conceded to Republican Governor Rick Scott tonight. Democratic candidate for governor Andrew Gillum conceded yesterday. We told you about that. He lost to Republican opponent Ron DeSantis. Official results of the manual recount in that Senate race were due at noon. Broward County beat the deadline by just an hour. Palm Beach made it literally by 1 second. Back here at home, it is almost Turkey Day, and thousands of tri-state families are getting free Thanksgiving dinners from their neighbors. Now in its 23rd year, Crossroad Church's annual food drive is providing 115,000 of those. Volunteers have been collecting hundreds of boxes this weekend. Each one is filled with enough food to feed 10 people.
An Oakley person, she takes the bus to work, works at Raising Cane's. She went to Kroger, she brought her box over in a shopping cart. It's just, I'm speechless right now. It's just to see so much generosity is awesome.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of it this weekend. This year, Crossroads not just collecting for folks here at home, but also sending 60,000 pounds of food to South Africa. That is where the church has partnerships with several organizations. The Hyde Park Community United Methodist Church doing its part as well. Today, members gathered to assemble more than 550 boxed meals, which they will hand deliver to local families in need. The church first delivered 75 Thanksgiving meals back in 1991. As you can imagine, the project has grown every year since.
This has been a wonderful project for our family. We have 5 children, and they've helped us through the years, and now we have grandchildren that are helping, and it's such a joy for us. So we're happy to help people in the community that may not have a Thanksgiving meal.
To identify families in need, the church leaders go to area agencies that do this all year round, but they say some of the boxes will go to families who have called the church directly to ask for help this year. Speaking of Thanksgiving, that busy holiday travel season kicks off right about now. Airports are expecting this to be their busiest Thanksgiving ever. 30.6 million people are expected to fly this week, but the TSA says it's ready for that rush. CVG's website, as a matter of fact, just a couple of minutes ago, shows the time to get through security's just 1 to 3 minutes. Meanwhile, AAA says 48.5 million people will travel by car this week. That is up 5% over last year. AAA says to expect to start seeing more traffic starting tomorrow, especially during the evening commute. So it's important to keep listening to sharing. Building dreams, something we may take for granted, is gifted to kids in need in northern Kentucky today. We will explain just how great the need for kids' beds is there next. And rapper raising money. Kanye West has a new cause, and he's put thousands of dollars behind it. There's an investigation and a lawsuit. That story when we come back. New at 6, a GoFundMe page has raised more than $300,000 for the family of a security guard shot and killed by police near Chicago last weekend. Half of that money comes from rapper Kanye West. According to a federal lawsuit, Jamel Roberson was apprehending a gunman who'd opened fire inside a bar when he himself was shot. Police say the officers told Roberson several times to drop his gun and get on the ground. That department is now investigating. The officer who killed Roberson is on paid administrative leave. They are building dreams for tri-state kids. Volunteers with the Safety Net Alliance of Northern Kentucky hard at work today, delivering and putting together beds for children in need. Each bed comes with a brand new mattress, a pillow, sheets, a comforter, plus a hygiene kit and a book. Today, one family in Latonia got not just 1, but 6 of these beds.
To make sure that children have a bed to sleep on at night and that they can go to school ready to learn is so incredibly important. We know on the back end, if kids can get a good night's sleep, what that's going to mean long term for them.
This is the 4th year they have done this project, but organizers say the need is overwhelming. They had more than 320 applications for beds, only able to provide 100 this year. If you want to help, go to buildadreamnky.org. And in Walnut Hills, they're sharing culture this weekend. You can get a taste of Lebanon tonight at St. Anthony of Padua. The church's annual fall festival features homemade traditional Lebanese food, plus folk music, a little bit of dancing you see there.
We have a lot of healthy food here today. We have a lot of Mediterranean food, lots of hummus and tabbouleh and kibbeh, and falafel, lots of great tasty food.
If that made you hungry, guilty. It's dinner time, right? You have until 7 o'clock to check it out. Admission and parking are free. Carryouts available. Swing on by if you're in the Walnut Hills area. All right, Ken Brew is next tonight with the latest in sports It's all fun and games, he says, until someone gets hurt, even when something gets hurt, like the Bengals' playoffs chance did today. Sherry.
If you have plans to travel for the Thanksgiving holiday, there's good news across much of the country. We're really going to be seeing a drier scenario with not any big travel woes out there for you to be concerned with. But there is going to be some rain in the forecast during the holiday period. I'll let you know when after the break.
You're watching 9 on Your Side at 6.
Y'all had to about drag me kicking and screaming inside today. Though I had to laugh. I was thinking of the folks at the Germania Society.
Yeah.
The Chris Kendall Market. They've got those big enclosed heated tents. And I'm like, you didn't need
They
them today.
need them today. That's right. And that's good because all last week the conversation was constantly on wintry weather, ice and snow. There's only one small chance, I think, that we could see a little bit of wintry mix, and that's going to be late Monday into Tuesday right now. Here's the scenario. We have a front that's over us. It will kind of meander here over the area for the next day or so, and there are little areas of low pressure that's tracking along. This one will help to enhance the rain possibilities for us for Monday. And likely that's the biggest thing that we have to deal with. Here is a cooler boundary right behind it, and it could squeeze out any additional moisture late Monday night into early Tuesday when the temperatures are going to be cool enough to perhaps see a little wintry mix. But our models really are not picking up on it, so it would be isolated at this juncture, I do believe. But check back with me at 11 because I'll have the latest model run, and that will really kind of tell the story. But it is not looking like it's going to be much of anything at all. By Wednesday, if you're traveling up to the north near Detroit or perhaps over into Pennsylvania, you may have a little bit of concern there for holiday travels as there's a weak front passing through that could squeeze out a little bit of rain and snow mixing there. But the rest of the country, from Lexington to our south, back out to St. Louis, and even up to Chicago, over to the Carolinas, if you're driving, you're going to have nice conditions for the Thanksgiving holiday. Let's go hour by hour. You can see where overnight we kind of pick up that chance of some light rain. This is 6 a.m. So out the door in the morning, check in with Jennifer and Jacqueline because they'll be seeing what's happening out there. It may be some light nuisance rain for wet pavements as you head out the door. It starts to taper during the afternoon and early evening hour. Any leftover moisture, as I said, out there into early Tuesday morning could be a little spotty rain snow mix possibly, but right now the models are not picking up on anything significant at all. It's not really showing us much, but we'll just look at the observational possibilities due to the moisture that could be left in the atmosphere. Rainfall, maybe 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch for the entire day on Monday. So we start Monday with upper 30s here, and that rain chance is greatest in the morning through the early part of the afternoon, becoming more spotty after 4 into the evening hours. And notice how instead of 50s today, that we had today, will be in the 40s tomorrow. And then that cooler boundary that comes through Tuesday, that is what is taking our temperatures down Wednesday into Thursday. So on Thanksgiving Eve, 45 degrees, Thanksgiving Day, 44, but look at all that sunshine. It's just going to be really nice for you to enjoy your family and friends for the holiday. At this hour, though, we have a good bit of clouds out in the forecast right now across the area. Those clouds are keeping us with temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Right now we have 48 degrees over the tri-state. The dew point's at 40, so we're getting some more moisture in. And across the area, we still have 50s down in Dry Ridge and down into Owenton and Brookville there. So no big problems for us. We get the rain overnight. Temperatures should steady around maybe 37, 36 degrees for the most part. So not cool enough for the mixed variety of weather that we could be having. Then only in the lower 40s for you as you get back to work and school on your Monday. Here's your 9 First Warning 7-day forecast. Beyond Monday into Tuesday, we're drying things out nicely into Thanksgiving. Late rain chances on Friday, on Black Friday, late Friday night shouldn't impact your shopping. And much of the day on Saturday looks to be wet with a high temperature around 50.
Well, the last 3 games, teams threw the ball all over the field against that Bengals defense. So Marvin Canda's defensive coordinator took over that job earlier this week, and that fixed everything, right? No. Today, the Ravens ran all over the Bengals defense, and the Ravens had more yards rushing than the Bengals had in their total offense. Run over in Baltimore. And here's the man who almost single-handedly sank the Bengals. Rookie Lamar Jackson. First start of the NFL in his NFL career, and he was off and running. In fact, he ran for 117 yards in this game. The first drive finished off by the Ravens' Alex Collins on that run. It was 7-0 Baltimore. 265 yards of rushing for the Ravens today. It gashed the heart of the Bengals defense. This was huge. Right before halftime, the Ravens got the ball back, and Justin Tucker nailed it from 56 yards out. 13-7 Ravens at the half. Second half now, still that same 13-7 score until this. Andy Dalton and Matt Langle